my skin so gorgeous. We thank the life gorgeous. Thank the life gorgeous. I love the life gorgeous. Its torso is so tight.
Welcome to The Life Gorgeous. My name is Craig Kilborn, and this is where I share my magical life in hopes of improving your life. Recording late Monday night, and it's time for fan questions, the very popular fan questions. We have a number of them today. Kilby, you seem like the kind of guy who doesn't always watch the Super Bowl, maybe rewatch a classic film, My Fair Lady, Vertigo, or maybe you go for a hike. Am I right? Well, I don't want to disappoint some of the people out there, but that is correct. I don't always watch the Super Bowl. Again, I live above the fray. If I care about the teams, I will. I think you all know the Philly fans are hooligans. But you know what? They've got some good fans, as I've mentioned. Chris Finch, Karl Anthony Towns, Dave McMenamin, all Eagles fans. Congratulations, Eagles. You spanked Patrick Mahomes. I don't watch the Super Bowl. I'm not a pop culture geek. I don't care about the zeitgeist. So I sometimes, yeah. But I used to when I was in my 20s. I watched it all the time. Next question. Gregors, despite injuries, the Timberwolves have some impressive wins lately. What's going on? Well, let's erase tonight. They got destroyed in Cleveland. Awful first quarter. These things happen. Don't worry about that. We have two really tough games coming up before the All-Star break, but they're home. Milwaukee and OKC. We are undermanned. Mike Conley's been out. Obviously, Dante DiVincenzo and Julius Randle, but we got to see the young players. And, the Wolves are playing well, excluding tonight, cutting down on the turnovers. Their offensive flow is coming. Naz Reid is ridiculous on his three-pointers. My guy, Rob Dillingham, it's a process. I think I've mentioned that. He's got some work to do. I can't tell what kind of pro he's going to be. I get excited with the speed and quickness because we don't really have that too much. Mike Conley's older now. Mike Conley's my kind of guard, a young Mike Conley, but it's hard to find those guys. Jalen Clark is intriguing. He went to UCLA, tore his Achilles, dropped down in the draft. We selected him, rehabbed all last year. I like him. I think he's a keeper. Good on defense. It appears he can shoot a little bit. Dribbles well, doesn't turn it over, it looks like. I mean, I think he's pretty special. So that's a real plus. And there have just been some great games at home. You know, the win against Portland was great, and the Houston win. And that's why you watch. But I do think we're okay. Again, spanking in Cleveland, who cares? It happens. Such is life. Next question. Lord Kilby, who's more of a jerk, Draymond Green or Jimmy Butler? Whoa, that is a toss-up. That is a toss-up. I'm not sure. I'm going to make a decision right now. I know that Draymond bothers me more because he talks so much. Jimmy doesn't talk. And when Jimmy does an interview, he smiles and doesn't say too much. It's his actions that we don't see with the front office and the team. I got a friend that works at the Heat, and he said nobody liked Jimmy Butler. And this is before Jimmy wanted to get traded. He did that with Minnesota. He's just got a bad attitude. I don't always see it. He also doesn't play dirty like Draymond. Draymond plays dirty. So Draymond has a podcast. He says ridiculous things. He criticized Karl Anthony Towns the other day for fronting on defense fronting the Joker, which is intelligent to do because I've seen Cat guard Jokic and I've seen Anthony Davis guard Jokic, and Anthony Davis is the best defensive big man out there, and the Joker still scores. He's just that talented. So there's nothing wrong. It's smart to front him. And, Draymond's talking noise, play some D, man up and play some D. That's fronting is intelligent. It's intelligent basketball. So he just says stuff to get a reaction. Anywho, so the answer is I find Draymond to be more of a jerk. Also, Jimmy's a better basketball player, and I've always enjoyed watching him play. He's strong. He gets to he could just drive and make a pass or score. He's a good ball player. Draymond, more of a jerk. Good question. Kilby, love when you tell us what you're watching. What are you currently watching? Okay, so I mentioned this before, and I didn't know I was going to do this. I mentioned this show before, but I just decided to rewatch all 7 seasons for a third time of Bosch on Amazon Prime. I'm a Bosch fan. I know other people that are Bosch fans. They have a spinoff, which is going to end. It's going to be 3 seasons called Bosch Legacy. It drops March 27th. Titus Welliver is the actor who plays Harry Bosch. He's a cop, LAPD. The spinoff, he becomes a detective, Bosch Legacy. I've had people tell me they watch it because of Titus Welliver, and I get that. This guy is really good. He's a hell of an actor. He's got a great voice, which not all actors do. Some actors have great. Humphrey Bogart had a great voice. Some of the British actors, Peter O'Toole had a great delivery, so his voice sounded great. Richard Burton had a great voice. But there are some actors that have average voices that are really good. Leo DiCaprio, average voice. But anyways, this guy's got a great voice. And he's a very talented actor. And when he gets mad as Harry Bosch, it's very entertaining. It's riveting when he's going to he threatens people. He's tough as nails. He's an LA cop. And I highly recommend Bosch. There's also something that this may sound like a contradiction, but there's something relaxing when I watch it. Even though it's a crime story. And I think sometimes it's the transitions as they go from a restaurant to the LAPD to the building, overhead shot. They go nat sound. They don't always do music. And sometimes you just hear the sound of the city. And there's something relaxing about it. I mentioned the restaurants. One of the joys of watching Bosch is they show a bunch of spots I've been to, and it's just kind of, oh, there's Musso and Frank. There's El Cholo. There's Formosa Cafe. Oh, there's Republique. All these restaurants. It's cool when they show different parts of LA. So I highly recommend Bosch. I also like Bosch Legacy. And it's got a very good rating on IMDb. 8.4 rating, the Bosch series. That's what I'm watching. Wanted to say congratulations to Alex Rodriguez and Mark Laurie. It came down late today that they had won their arbitration with Glenn Taylor. They will be the owners of the Timberwolves. It was a long process, dysfunctional process. And they're good guys. I like them. Now, what happens is when you have new ownership and they have to get approval from the NBA, the other owners have to vote them in. And my understanding is it won't be a problem. But when you get new owners, a couple things. I don't believe they're going to move the team. I'm pretty sure they're going to keep it in the Twin Cities in the state of Minnesota. That's what I believe. So I'm not worried about it at all right now. They want to build a new arena. And as I educate people, I call NBA buildings where they play arenas. I don't call them stadiums. Stadium is where football plays. I believe baseball plays in a baseball stadium. Basketball plays in arenas. Just a little detail that I like to go over. The other thing is, I got some really good friends in the front office at the Timberwolves, but the new ownership will probably bring in new guys. So it's kind of sad. My buddies are great, but they're lifelong friends, and they'll land on their feet. So we'll see how it plays out. We'll see how it plays out. But Alex and Mark Laurie, they did the Rudy trade. They brought in Tim Connolly, and a lot of good things have happened. As many of you know, I'm a Cat fan, but Cat can score. Cat can shoot. Cat can rebound. But it's a business. There's complications with the luxury tax and the second apron. Cat makes a lot of money. I think he's the 9th highest paid guy in the league. And Joe Ingles is very expensive. I'm kidding. So congratulations. One final question before I leave you. Remember that I'm proud of you. I'll say that at the end. Craigers, thank you for talking about drinking in moderation and don't chase the night. It really helps. Oh, thank you, guys. Appreciate that. And I just want you to know, as I get older, I drink even less and less because it just feels better. Got to take care of the temple. I didn't drink a lot in my 20s, a little bit, beer and wine. I don't drink beer anymore because it's fattening. I just drink vodka martinis and red wine. But my 30s and early 40s, I drank much more than I did now. That's where you got to be careful. When I say don't chase the night, that means you're going to have a meal and you're going to sleep. You're going to have a meal and you're going to sleep. You don't just keep that buzz going for hours and hours and hours. Just my advice. I have friends, of course, who are clean and sober because they tell me they can't stop once they start. That's serious stuff. But for a lot of you, chill out, relax, don't chase the night. Get home, go to bed, watch Bosch. The Ant-Man is on a tear, by the way. He had 44 in the loss tonight. He's playing very well. We'll see how it goes. I can't wait to get Dante DiVincenzo back. Man, he's fun to watch. Couple road trips coming up. Let's stay positive. I'll see you next time. Hey, young people, do me a favor. Remember something. Proud of you. Conquistador lamp. Very pricey.